Good morning, family. That's what it is. That's what it is. That's what it is. You would think, late as you is, you'd have had that together.
They did that at the store. They did that at the store, KC, but because my old phone was so old, everything transferred over, but it didn't transfer over and turn on.
You see me anyway.
Ain't nobody gonna see you. Oh, dang, we gotta do an introduction.
I told one player, he was like, man, one player said the bishop, he said the bishop never noticed it. And he said the bishop, he said, man, paint your car bright or something, man, do something spectacular. Then I might notice you. Yeah, so do something to make me notice you, you know what I'm saying?
Hello, Flint. Good morning. My name is Jordan Sheridan. I'm a journalist, not from Michigan, but I feel like I'm here more than my own home state. And I've been reporting on the Flint water crisis.
So first and foremost, I want to say that the actions from the police department in the last 2 days, I'm fully condemning the actions that have taken place.
Good morning, beautiful people. I'm early on y'all today. All right, good morning, beautiful people. Let me get one more little share out. If I hit y'all twice, it was a beautiful thing. Here we go. Let me get this together. As y'all can know, I'm early, she's late. Y'all hit that like button as y'all coming in. She always, I don't know. I don't know what I don't know what the sister be doing while she late. I would say she be taking them Taco Bell runs, but I don't know. Green Eyes 15, good morning, as she said. Hit them like button as y'all coming in. Nasaya Aquill, aka Mama Aquill, good morning. Karen Malone, good morning. And Trevor said it's Friday. You heard? And he said, you know, funky, fuck it, Friday, $5 Friday. You heard? Andre Holland, good morning. You heard? We got Michelle Smith, aka Ann. Good morning, Ann. Concrete Jungle in the building. What it do, good brother? Salty Chef checking in from Saskatchewan Friday. Yeah, I mean Saskatchewan, Canada, y'all. I said Friday. That's the good morning, my good brother. Good morning. Terry Nixon, good morning. H. Spragg, what it do? My good sister Renee Jackson tapping in from the Shy. Christina Mosley, good morning. Yo, what it do? Joyce Tillis, good morning. Meat Freaks Barbecue in the building. We got Wanda Smith, lovely one, good morning. Sidney Green Sr., what it do? Then we got Cicero McGill in the building, what it do? Unapologetic, you on time, and start getting that sleep. We got Kobe Fatty, a.k.a. Elizabeth P. Finney. Good morning. We got Tasha Bella, Michelle in the building. Javier Jones, what it do? Durham, North Carolina in the building. Shantae Rollins, what it do? Good morning. Tapping in from the Shy, too. We got Mr. Thomas in the building. Trevor said he 100% going to bed after this show. That's what's up. Miss Odie, good morning. Jaja Boy, top of the morning to you. What did I just do? Who did I miss? Who did I just miss? I know I missed somebody. Okay, we got that. We got Michael B in the building. We got Carolyn Hendricks. Good morning. We got David B in the building. Then we got R Dunn in the building from Chi-Town. What it do? We got D Dreams in the building. Good morning. No Games. Good morning. LaWanna Terry. Good morning. And we got my good brother Marcus Fielder tapping in from Fairfield, California. Got to communicate with the people to unite as one. Hi, it's Miss Savage. Brother Marcus Fielder, you know what? You have to, I don't, I'm thinking she might be all right, but I don't want to speak on it. Tasha Lynn, good morning. Oh, my goodness. Mr. Thomas, we finna deal with it. Facts, Michael B. Then we got Crystal Monique. Good morning. Thanks for tapping in. Just a thought. Good morning, family. What it do from the 202? We got DC in the building. Vicente Dave, good morning. We got Otis Johnson. What it do? Fruitful Friday, and it showed is. Kamala Buford in the building. We got Latonya Collins. Good morning. We got my 740 and shooting a blank T. Good morning. Good morning. We got Common Sense. What it do, fam? Thanks for tapping in. We got Sweet Cupcake on break. Thanks for tapping in from Georgia. And LaWanna Tilden became a member. Good morning. We got Virgo 915. Hello from Northwest Indiana. Thank you for tapping in. The good brother Lumi. What it do, good brother? Jazzy Melanie. Good morning. We got Jimmy tapping in from B-Town. In case y'all don't know, that's Boston. Miss Kariza Smith, good morning. And Lumi letting y'all know where he tapping in from South Florida, Broward County, 954 at your door. We got Erston Young in the building. Erston, you ain't doing nothing but playing games. I'm seeing everybody getting resolutions sent up there. Thank you for nothing. Thank you for nothing. But good morning, good brother. We got Christine Chandler in the building. And we got the Queen Anifa. Good morning. We got the good brother Delgin Johnson in the building. Good morning. Good morning. Consuela Phillips is in the building, tapping in from the 706. Good morning, Georgia. Bonnie Vanner coming in from the Big Easy, as we call it, New Orleans. Cheryl Brody's, good morning. Good morning. And you know we got the good brother Tony Terry tapping in. He coming from, because he's on a cruise in Nassau, Bahamas. But I think he's coming in from Miami-Dade County. But right now, let the brother enjoy his vacation. Kimberly Mitchell, good morning. Felicia Martinez tapping in from that East Coast Jersey, love. Good morning. Kenneth, good morning. Loving Me, good morning. Good morning. Cassandra Scott, good morning. Good morning. And I see we got Taz Montana 313. I call her T from the D. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Family, good morning. And we heard Shameless is in the building. Is in the building, is in the building. I'm trying to wait from the late one to get here so we can go ahead and break down this Shameless, you know. But we got some things we want to put up here. We're going to cue some stuff up, you know. We're going to cue some things up. Hey, Trevor. Kendrick Jones, good morning. Raphael Berg, good morning. Raphael tapping in from the 601. I don't know what that stands for, but I'm going to just take a guess and say Jackson, Mississippi. Kendrick Jones, good morning. Good morning. See what Lumi said? Lumi said the Bahamas is like 40 to 50 minutes away from South Florida, to be exact. That's what it do. You know what I'm going to need from you, Trevor? If you're listening, my main man, Trevor, I'm going to need you to go pull that video up. I think Wyntis got it in her group about Shameless.
Shameless.
Yeah, Shameless. Can you cue that up for me, good brother? I just want to have it queued up for when she do come in. Whenever she decide to come in about 9:35. 34, good morning, tapping in from Charleston, South Carolina. We love it. We love it. We love it. We getting love from the Carolinas, I see. Charlotte Burke, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Francine Johnson, good morning. Good morning. Look, Raphael Burr said facts are facts. But up this way, we call it a fact. F-A-C-K, in case you don't know. In case you don't know. You know, I don't know everything. But I remember the loyal people. Okay, I finally got it coming in. Got it coming in from Felicia Martinez said, Mickey's roll call today is sponsored by No Spine, No Balls, Mr. Shameless, for filing a false report against Tanya Burns. Shameless, you should be that. Could you go to jail for doing that? Could you go to jail?
No,
Barb
it's not
Harrington,
a false police report.
got you. Barb Harrington, good morning, good morning, good morning. Then we got JoJo Freeman. She said, hey, everybody, good morning from Flint, Poison City, USA with the water.
I haven't seen JoJo in a minute.
She's been tapping in, though. I'll be seeing her come in. Denise tapping in from Georgia. Good morning. Then we got Miss Gladys, youth people in the building. Good morning, Gladys. Good
Good
morning.
morning, Miss Gladys.
Eleanor Wicker, good morning. Thanks for tapping in. And we got a $5 super chat. Sun, what she say? Sunshiny, Florida.
Yeah, it's sunshiny.
Yeah, $5 Friday. Let's get it started. Bumpers. Then we got Lil Mama, Grand Rising from Maryville, Indiana, by way of the Shy. Then we got Eddie Gray, 704 Charlotte bound in sports. Y'all tap out the brother. We got Latrice Green in the building. Good morning. JW Leonard, good morning. Good morning. And as y'all can see, hit that like button and share this thing out. It's going to get interesting today. And you know, Wyntis done. That's the only thing she lie about is being on time. I'm not mad.
Mm.
What Ernst & Young said, I'm like Rodney Porter. I don't know why you ain't get your money yet. I know why we ain't get it, because Winters don't be on time. Raymond Stripling, good morning. Good morning. Thanks for tapping in. Rhonda Aikens, and if I'm saying your name wrong, I'm sorry. Blame it on the Flint school education. They just let me slide through.
No.
Deborah O'Neill, good
We're going to
morning.
blame it on the lead.
Good
In your
morning.
case, we're blaming it on the lead.
Good morning. Good morning. And then we got Yolanda Corbett. Good morning from the DC area. Mickey and Trevor looking forward for the Friday show. It's coming. It's coming. Merck 76. Good morning. Good morning. Rose C. Good morning. Good morning. Once we get everything up and running, it's going down. She stayed like, but I'm gonna tell you something. This is for Winters, and this is. Let me tell you something. Don't let your after hours activities call you to be suspended. Now I'm telling you, the show, we come on at 9 to 11. We got things we got to do. Now get it together. That's all I can tell you. Get it together. I'm sick of playing with you every Monday through Friday. I have to go this through you. Lanita Murray, good morning. Then we got Tidra Owens. Good morning. Thanks for tapping in. Yvette Bailey, good morning. Winters is, listen, I'm sick of it now. Frankie's girl, good morning. She tapping in from Arkansas. You heard? And Mama Quill, she's supporting everyone all the way to the jumping off point. You heard? Because we done jumped off points plenty of times. And thank you for being loyal, Mama Quill. You see, been a member for 4 months. We got to get it together. That LaWanna Terry, I'm just telling you, anyone heard from Rose? JW Leonard, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Sweet
I like how you
tea.
jumped right over that.
Good morning. Top of the morning, everyone. You right. You right. Top of the morning, everyone. You know, it's something, if your questions don't get answered, it's that I don't see them. Some things I'm on a peaceful mission right now. It's called peacetime. You know, I done been beat up so much from so many sides. I'm tired right now. You know, I just want to win something. You know, I'm fighting my own demons and everything. It's a lot of things, and the demons I did not create them. But I guess getting into politics bring you demons you never needed. Sir Gregory, good morning, good morning. And as Miss D says, smash that like button. Y'all heard her.
And
Don't
I
forget
actually
to
got a
share and
question
subscribe.
today.
Go ahead.
Well, Renee decided to ask, how do I look like I do when I stay up all night? It is called an adult lifetime of bad decisions and staying up all night on a regular. This is my normal. But we got a promotion coming up. It's going to be on YouTube. It's going to be a short. I'm throwing in some on it. Basically, we've got a commercial coming up that YouTube's going to push for us. Hopefully get us the last 45 subscribers we need to get to 3,000.
That's what we looking for, family. 45 in peace. Good morning. Sandra Nichols Martin, good morning. Debbie Clark, good morning. Good morning. Then we got a Saya Quill. Y'all know Mama Quill with the super sticker at $4.99. Then we got the good brother Michael Cooley tapping in from Greenwood, Mississippi. Keep that pressure on Davina. That's why today's show is going to be dedicated to, this first hour going to be dedicated to counsel. Strictly counsel. That's all we worrying about is counsel.
I guess Council
CJ, my
and
father,
Shameless.
was a real player back in the days. He wasn't big on music as me, but we big on yo mama. Okay. I get it. CJ, maybe it went over my head. Who knows? Javier Ellis, good morning, good morning, good morning. A lot of things go over my head, man. I'm tired this morning, you know. I'm just tired, but I'm going to push through. This was a long week for us. Long week. Carol Kincaid, good morning. She said liked and shared wishes 810 family, family. Good day wishes. I read that like, share, good day wishes 810 News Media Group family. I got that right. Y'all know I'm having a hard time. Super Mayor Tiffany Hinger, good morning. Thanks for tapping in. Then we got Carson in Newbar. I gotta say his name because it was so many ends dropped yesterday. The chat was shook. But when you get tired of people, that's it. They make you throw them around like it ain't nothing. Tapping in from Saginaw. We call it Sag Nasty. You heard Miss Beverly Biggs Levy in the building. Vote for her. I'm just telling the people in the third ward, you got a soldier right there for y'all. Aubrey Collins, good morning. What Yvette Bailey said, I was going to make some tea or coffee, but this yellow watermelon is too good. Uh-oh. That's what it is. Hey, get it right. I've been messing up. That's why I have to stay in the gym. Uh-oh. We got Marcia A. Tarbert in the building. Marcia, did you break down what was passed, what wasn't? I was there. I was at council. I understand, the Jay did, he shut some stuff down, but I couldn't even tell you what was passed. And what I know some of the stuff that didn't get passed because Liddell went ape. Liddell lost her mind because I ain't got time. Angela Lynette, good morning. Angela Lynette, you just saved me. Then Lumi just became a member. I'm just saying.
Ooh.
Hey,
Lumi, you getting ready for hurricane season? We've already got 2 depressions, one on either side of Mexico. It's gonna be fun.
It was what Delgin said. What he said. He said, would it matter if I follow y'all on my other accounts under the same name but different emails?
100% would.
It would?
If it's different emails, yeah.
Yeah, okay. But it is still kind of, right?
Say what?
Cameron Hardy, good morning. It still counts as a view.
Yeah, it still counts as a view and it still counts as a subscriber.
So we should get on your game reading like the ambassador from the third ward. I'm telling you, man, it's rough right now. I'm telling you, it's rough. But I was there, but I wasn't there really because there was so much stuff going on. Oh, we got Deborah Luna in the building. Deborah Luna, good morning. Tiffany Annette, good morning. Oh, Lumi, thank you for renewing my brother. If I'm saying y'all name twice, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Look, it was hot as hell at the gym this morning. Man, I was working out. I'm telling you, like I'm exhausted. I'm straight up. I'm telling you, I'm tired as all outdoor. It was so hot in that thing this morning. Man, I don't know what. Good morning to beautiful Sherry Allen. Thank you for tapping in. I am really tired this morning. I'm telling you, they woke me out. That's why everything gonna be council. Went to show up late, leave early. Downright diabolical. I'm telling you, whatever your activities you doing in the wee hours, cut them down. I'm telling you right now, cut them down from Monday through Friday. You can have everything else you need to, you off Saturday and Sunday. Get here, the show start at 9. They be wondering when me and her be ready to crash out. I'm going to fire her live on here. I'm telling you. Because then I'm going to be, our podcast is, I'm going to be beefing with every other network. Because if I catch her over there early for them other shows, I'm going to be like Ike was when Phil Spector came on in. You can sing for Phil Spector. She hit them notes that day. I don't want to hear it. Telling you, get here. I'm sick of it. Sassy Shay, good morning. Thanks for tapping in. I'm telling you, she coming in. I just rather get the drama out the way, then we can go ahead and get down to the other things we need to go. It don't take her nothing, but she know this. If we get right to it, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, she can get right there, hit what she got to do. Because I know Liddell don't watching. Yes, we're gonna talk about you, Councilwoman of the Second Ward. You're getting talked about today. That's a fact.
You mean Councilwoman copyright strike?
Oh, yeah. Davina, you're getting talked about today, too. That's a fact. But Shameless, you getting all the attention. You're going to get you probably a whole 15 maybe 20 minutes. And I don't know why would you go back and do that though. But I'm telling you, Aluna Calloway Lane, good morning. But I'm gonna tell you what it is. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I don't know why Shameless do that. Oh, the NA board ain't firing nobody. That's a disgrace. That's a disgrace. I'm gonna tell you, the NA board is a disgrace. I'm telling you, the NA board. I mean, to be honest with you. Oh, who was Shameless? The one that wrote that letter and lied on Tanya Burns, the councilwoman. Yeah, Shameless put a letter out there, Raphael Bird, trying to condemn the councilwoman. Do we have that? Do you ain't got that queued up?
I do have it queued up on my side. Just do a screen share and give me a
Okay.
second.
Hold on. I'm waiting on Wyntis to get here. You know what I'm saying? Because
Let
right
me
now,
just
I think
do
I've been.
a screenshot of the
Yeah,
entire
you got.
message that was put out on the 810 page.
I'm telling you, Felicia, that podcast with Liddell and Candace, they didn't do nothing but lie. But you know what? Lying is the new thing now. Yeah, shame on Seamless, but we calling them
There we
shameless
go.
today. Okay, well, went to she get it. She want to, go
Yeah,
through it.
that's why I don't queue it up live until I'm told to.
Yeah,
Because
but
it just pops up.
Shameless is downright. He's diabolical too. But if y'all just watch the pattern, it's a pattern that they doing. It's a pattern that they doing. That's all. It's a pattern, because I was watching certain little things. This getting out of hand. It's like it's downright, like even down to LaShawn the ambassador. Sequoia, good morning. Oh, facts. Lying is the new thing. Lying is the new thing. That you are telling the truth. Lying is the new thing. Ain't no such thing as telling the truth no more. And I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm not mad at people getting their money. I'm just saying help the people. They act like this is something, no, help the people.
Give me a second, common sense.
Oh, common sense. I mean, Oh yeah, tell them Yolanda, downright diabolical. You got 217 on here, only 100 likes. I wonder who the other 115 people who don't like it. Is that you, Liddell? Matthew Hogue Smith, good morning. Thanks for tapping in, Pastor. I'm just saying, like, some of this stuff that's going on, Brianna Busted Benz and Shocks, good morning. Some of this stuff that's going on, man, is downright diabolical. Alan L, what it do? Mickey, have you saw the lady serve their council legal papers live? No, who served? No, I ain't seen that. It's not here. I'm pretty sure it's not here. Mama Quill, Tanya Burns, Councilwoman Tanya Burns. Let me put the respect on that name. You not lying. That's a fact. How they doing it? But I gotta get his mayor this. He got a squad. Lawrence Allen. Good morning. He got a squad, and they know how to sit up there, and they know how to work as a team. See, we don't know on this side really know how to unite. That's our biggest problem. Donnell Doomas. Good morning. The only Doomas Wyntis is like we don't know how to unite on this side. It's because it's so many small fires that be going on, and he know that. And two, we got she in Texas. Oh yeah. I think I saw that one. Yeah, the lady in Texas served him. But up here, you don't gotta go through none of that. You can do what you want to do here. Seriously, you can do what you want to do here. It's too many connections. Jakim Lewis, good morning. Grand Rise, and keep sharing the truth. We're gonna try our best to do what we could. Do what we can.
Oh
man, going on over there. All this old late stuff. You must be working for a new station. Cause you keep pulling this off, you're gonna be working at a new station. That's a fact. Telling you this. You come in there like you run 810 or something. Just say you run it and we come in when we need to come in. Just say you run it.
I was stuck in traffic.
I don't care. I don't really care. That don't mean nothing.
The express lane was closed.
What
Leave early.
traffic? She's
Leave
like
early.
2 turns away.
Leave early. That Detroit gonna get your head knocked off at 8:10. I can promise you that. You gonna learn how to get here early. I can tell you that. Yo, you know what?
You know what?
Maybe
Hey, Mickey, let me
outgrew 18.
propose something here. Let me
Maybe you
propose
have
something.
outgrew.
If we can raise $200 in donations and memberships by the end of the show, we will forgive Wyntis for being late.
Nah, I ain't forgiving her for being nothing. I can't be bought off. If you said something like 20,000 or something, nah, I can't.
Oh, over something as small as forgiving Wyntis? Yeah, $200 is perfectly fine.
You knew that when you got here. It's hot up here. It ain't changed.
I know I should know where this hat.
You knew that. I could have told you that. You knew it was hot yesterday. It was hot the day before. It's gonna be hot today. That's all I can tell you. You knew that. You holding this show up.
Y'all doing a show.
Yeah, there's no other choice.
It's 7 p.m. on Friday. It's 95 degrees. I ain't gonna.
You know what time it is, family?
It's a copyright.
Get that weather together.
It's 95 degrees.
Want to hear that?
I ain't got ain't got me.
They waiting on the weather.
I just told them it's 95 degrees.
Get that weather together.
I am. It's 80 degrees right now. It feels like it's 85. Today we got a high at 90. Mostly sunny early, then thunderstorms developing this afternoon. Potential for severe thunderstorms, high around 90. Like I said, wind southwest at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Chance of rain is 90%. Then tomorrow we got 82 degrees. And then Sunday we climbing right back up to 91. It's going to be a hot one in Flint Town. What am I trying to say, Mick? Let me get that blicky.
She the weekend is off, so we ain't got to worry about no more shows being late. I can tell you, all other shows will be on time after today.
This show was on time too.
Yeah, no, I was.
This show starts on time every day.
That's a fact there. Well, we know that everybody's on vacation. Everybody's on vacation.
What the hell? Yeah, I'm. Yeah, that's it. I'm on vacation. I came in off of my vacation.
Oh my goodness! Hold up, Miss Renee Jackson. What happened? Said Mickey, the mayor of Cleveland, told the council he's not their Negro. They want him out now. Wowzer! Oh, and yesterday I know it might have been a little. Oh, okay. Cousin came on, a beautiful Maria Carter in the building. Good morning, Cuzzo.
Hey, that's my sister. Listen,
Detroit boy. Good morning. Good morning.
What's up, Detroit boy? I like Detroit. Detroit has been good to me.
It has. I can believe it. It has, but I'm just waiting on them. My residuals. I'm like R. Kelly. Where's my residuals?
That's Chris Brown food.
No, I'm talking about the remix. The remix R. Kelly. That's the one that's bumping. I want to know where it's at. Riri, what it do? Good morning. I'm just telling you. Now let's get down to business. I'm sick of this every day. I understand what's going on. Too much playing going on.
Too much playing going on. What y'all about to
Granny G, good morning. Because we got to get, let's get to it. You already 30 minutes late, but you want to cue that letter up, that note, that
Shameless ass. That's what we came in to talk about was Shameless this morning.
There you go, and just all for you to read up.
Damn, I got to put this up. Wow. We got a super chat $20 from the
Let's put up what Shameless said first.
Please hold up. We got that up.
Oh, I gotta find that first. All right, let me scroll on down through and
replay. Love y'all. Hey, Trevor, keep them in line with the $20 chat.
Look, there is no keeping them in line. They draw their own lines. I'm just here as a bumper.
And it's drew through. The lines have been drew. But you ready for that? What you trying to get queued up first?
Shameless letter.
Where do I find Shameless's letter?
Flint Politics.
Is it in Flint? All right. Who posted it?
810 Flint also has it up.
810 Flint also has it up.
I haven't come to an agreement with them yet for using
okay, got you. We're gonna keep it all cool.
Yeah.
Keep it cool. Just keep it cool.
What Michael Cooper say? Wyntis. I hope you take the lead and run for the second ward council seat and let the people know as soon as possible so you can get the people energized. I'm running.
Maybe at the gym. No, I'm playing.
See
I'm
this
playing.
motherfucker.
Look, I know Wyntis without that gym life.
Oh man.
Okay, stand.
Oh my God. This is oh, okay. This is how we starting it, right? I see. I see where we going this morning now. So it's all everybody just throwing stuff, right? I see where this going. Well, it is Friday.
All right, let's get both these up here. We got Shameless 1, Shameless 2. No, we're not sharing my screen yet.
Because I meant to call you back, but I was down. I meant to call you so we can get Shameless together, but we do need to get the thumbnail for Shameless on here with the lion. Oh my goodness, City of Flint.
Where?
On
What
the
they
page.
done did
It's
now?
on screen. You
That's
can't
just
see
on
it
the
yet.
screen. You can't
Oh,
see it.
hell.
You want to read the letter? What's up, Kendra Weathers? Good morning. Thanks for
Let
tapping
Trevor
in.
read it. He can see it.
I'm gonna sound like I'm ambassadoring the third ward, but we can try. So, City of Flint letterhead, Seamus Bannon, Chief Strategy Officer, date 6/25/2025. 2. All City of Flint council members and the Ethics and Accountability Board members. Subject: formal complaint regarding intimidation, abuse of authority, and false accusations by Councilwoman Burns before the June 10, 2025 Ethics and Accountability Board meeting. Dear honorable council members and board members, I am writing to file a formal complaint regarding the inappropriate and intimidating conduct, including false accusations displayed by Councilwoman Tanya Burns immediately preceding the Ethics and Accountability Board meeting on June 10th, 2025. Her actions constitute a serious, he even italicized that, a serious breach of professional decorum and an apparent attempt to suppress legitimate communication. Prior to the formal commencement of the Ethics and Accountability Board meeting, Councilwoman Burns approached me. She requested that I step into the hallway to discuss the complaint letter I had previously sent regarding her misinterpretation of my statements. I attempted to decline this private discussion, preferring to engage with the established and transparent channels of communication. When I would not engage in private conversation as she wished, Councilwoman Burns made a direct and overtly intimidating statement to me, clearly audible and captured on the live recording taking place during the meeting. She stated, "The mayor has you sending out letters, and you better stop that." This statement is deeply concerning for several reasons.
I didn't hear her say that though.
False accusations. Councilwoman Burns asserted that the mayor has you sending out all or sending. See, third word. Let's try this again. Number 1, false accusation. Councilwoman Burns' assertion that the mayor has you sending out letters is entirely false. I want to be unequivocally clear. I have initiated and sent my complaint letters regarding her conduct on my own volition as a direct result of her actions, not at the discretion or prompting of the mayor or any other city official. This false claim appears to be an attempt to misrepresent my legitimate professional actions as being politically motivated or directed by others. Direct intimidation. The phrase, "you better stop that," is a clear attempt to intimidate and silence me, and by extension, my colleagues, from exercising a right to communicate concerns or information through the proper channels. Give me a second to get the next one up. Shameless 2. Abuse of official authority. Councilwoman Burns utilized her position as a council member within a public meeting setting, even if prior to its official start, to issue what amounts to a veiled threat aimed at curbing professional communications, including formal complaints. This constitutes a potential abuse of her official authority. Attempt to undermine professional conduct. My prior complaint letter followed professional protocol, being sent to all council members, the city clerk, City of Flint Human Resources Director, and my supervisors. Councilwoman Burns' attempt to pressure me privately and then publicly issue a warning is an attempt to undermine these professional procedures. Further evidence of a pattern of misconduct. This current statement, including the false accusation, further demonstrates a pattern of unprofessional behavior and a disregard for appropriate conduct in public office. particularly following her previous misinterpretations of my statements during a public meeting and the subsequent dissemination of a personally attacking response to almost 500 City of Flint employees. I possess video evidence of this interaction, including Councilwoman Burns' explicit statement, and am prepared to provide it to the appropriate city officials upon request. I request that this serious matter be officially, italicized again, investigated and addressed by City Council. It is imperative that all city employees and citizens feel safe and unthreatened when engaging with their elected officials, and that professional communication channels are respected, not suppressed through intimidation or false accusations. I am available to provide any further clarification needed. I look forward to your prompt attention to this matter and your commitment to upholding the highest standards of ethics and professionalism within city government. Sincerely, Chief Strategy Officer Scribbly B.
Shameless. Shameless.
Hey,
Shameless.
hey,
He ought to be ashamed of his damn self. Shameless.
He should be ashamed of himself.
Shameless should.
Look, before I let these two tear this man to ribbons, I just have one teeny tiny little thing here, and that is it is imperative that all city employees and citizens feel safe and unthreatened when engaging with their elected officials. Shameless, shut the hell up, because you don't obviously pay attention to what happens in city council with people getting slammed into floors, their heads into walls, old women getting their shoulders, ripped out of place so bad that they need a titanium shoulder now. How about men getting slugged in the head by their cops? This is obviously a double standard and a complete fabrication of reality. Okay, I'm done with that part. Go ahead.
Oh, we blurry. Hold on, I gotta redo this. Hold on, we blurry.
Keep talking, Trevor.
We'll be right back, Trevor. Handle
all
it.
right.
Practice reading again.
I was in the army. I don't know how to count. Anywho, I don't even know where to go with this. Look, I've got complaints in with city council, or formerly with the ENA through Councilwoman Burns. Yeah, because they had done a few things toward me that I didn't really like or appreciate. I know Clack has one in, especially because he was targeted during a city council meeting. I just heard. I heard her.
Oh, you heard her? Oh,
yeah, because she goes through the roadcaster, and the roadcaster
is. Right.
I did done.
Okay. All right. So, Shameless. This is what I said about Shameless. And I made this post yesterday. And then we have our video proof. So I said, Shameless need to stop talking. He wasn't an inch bit scared.
I got it, Trevor.
What?
I'm going to put this one up.
He wasn't an inch bit scared after Tanya talked to him at the ENA meeting. And who going to investigate it, because they won't make quorum before Thanksgiving. Plus, if I remember correctly, Clack had a complaint too. So we have to go in order, right? Now, Shameless wrote a letter about all of council, and he works for the city. Now, isn't that a work rule violation? Ask yourself, why wouldn't a complaint like this just go to Human Resources? The ENA board does not even have an unbuzzed person, and I'm sure they are not even going to entertain the idea of having the committee do investigations. Now, this is the same committee that the mayor had the ambassador sitting on, the same committee that the mayor has appointments sitting on, the same committee that council has made appointments to. Something ain't right about this. Remember, Shameless said Davina was going to a conference when he said Davina was scared to come to council.
Facts.
When Davina was really going to a conference with the deputy clerk. Now, when the councilwoman got through speaking with him, he sat there. He interacted with us. He interacted with the board. Mickey and them, they was talking about football. He never mentioned that he was scared or intimidated. Like, people kept talking. It just kept flowing. Y'all was watching right along with us. So Councilwoman Burns never even raised her voice. So are they trying to establish a pattern? Because remember, this was tried already with Mays, when he couldn't speak to the department heads because they too said they were scared of him. So are we going down this road again? Because you're scared of Shameless? How
That's
can
something
you
I
be
used to do to
so
privates.
scared of Tanya? But when the police was there whooping ass at council that night, you kept coming back in the room. They kept telling Shameless to leave. He kept coming in to check on the people and make sure they was okay. I even told Shameless, get your ass out of here, Shameless. Go on down there with the rest of the administration.
He might have forgot that.
Oh, he did. So, but he wasn't scared that day. But now you scared. I'm ashamed, Shameless, that I even ever thought that you was on the up and up. Shameless, you should be ashamed of yourself. Because I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed.
Do you want me to cue that video up?
Cue the video up. Let's show how scared he was. She was all up in his face and talking shit. Yeah.
This is for you, Shameless. Shameless. Yeah, wasn't that a fun barossa? Hey.
What?
Hey.
Oh, look. The council's gonna show up more council people than the neighborhood.
I ain't gonna no explanation. Okay, cool. Thank you. Yeah, no, I see her standing there.
They can hear us, right?
Yeah, they can hear us. Shame is gonna lie, man.
He ain't even turn red.
No shame is gonna lie, man. We ain't gotta go back over.
His name is Seamus Bemis.
You know, shame is gonna do nothing but lie. That's what it is, but that's why I feel like the Ethics and Accountability Board need to deal with this.
But look at that. It wasn't no, you see y'all ambassador over there. She didn't even turn around because Tanya wasn't even loud.
Facts.
She wasn't even loud at all. Now she done went off on me.
Oh, so can they hear the end again?
So I know she can get loud.
Yeah, I'll play it again.
That right there. That one time you being loud.
Hold on. Hey, you know what? I just did that.
Right, Yolanda. What
Trevor,
did she say to him? We couldn't
I'm finna
hear.
send that video to you again, Trevor. Can you play that video?
That's right. You couldn't hear nothing.
Don't send it to me. I got it.
Okay.
She was
Shit,
so.
I already sent it. My bad.
Yeah,
she was so calm when she was talking to him.
Can you set it up and play it?
Yeah. Half a second, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just saying, but this is what you get when you be called, when you be lying.
When you're ready.
Go ahead.
Cool.
What I can see is two. Yeah, wasn't that a fun barossa? Hey. Hey.
Oh, look. The council's gonna show up more council people than the neighborhood.
I told her handle him. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah, cut the damn phone.
So there are questions that we did not get.
Yes.
And so did you get word 5? Said I turned it into, I gave you time stamp where she didn't know.
No.
Yeah, I said, I have y'all see later.
That's all it is. It's the ENA. I like to walk out on him. When she walked away right from him. She went right up there, called him out right on them lies and went right back and exit stage left.
We was right there.
I know. That's why I don't know why Shameless lying like that. This is why family-wide it's important that we be there, record these meetings. You know what I'm saying?
Also, I got a question. Seamus said he had footage of this interaction, but yours is the only camera in that room. And if his footage, his evidence is the same thing we just saw, then we know it's complete bullshit and a complete fabrication.
Unless he was turning his phone on to record the conversation.
Doubt.
But still, she didn't say anything that was wrong. Listen, I worked for the city of Flint for 25 years. You cannot work for the city and write a whole ass letter against, like we said this before. Council to me be like the board of managers at Hurley. If I sat there and penned a letter talking about the board of managers at Hurley wasn't shit, blah, 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 they ain't do this, they need to get their stuff together, and nothing happens to me, you gotta have approval for somebody. Stuff like that just don't happen. If I got a complaint against leadership, I ain't gonna write a letter and send it to the press and the ENA board. It's gonna go to human resources.
And the ENA board,
Come on now.
She talked to him right there in front of the president was there, the ambassador / ethics and accountability board member, who should be the ombudswoman, was right there. He did not disrespect. This is why I say get rid of that board, because if that get pulled up there first, when they do have a quorum back in November, that get pulled up. Clack was in there with his, but Michelle Young didn't have a complaint in. I remember Sister Muhammad put one in when they broke the Open Meetings Act when the door was locked down there. And Joe King kept having that meeting going on. See, this is the game, but I see the game that they playing. But you know what? It's us who doing that to each other. It's us. It's our own. It's us. Black mayor, black state rep, majority black. If you notice, the majority blacks on the council ain't been getting along for a minute. This ain't just started today.
Right. He is being very strategic. That comes from his coaching skills, because you know he's a coach too.
Yeah, but that's wrong. But Shameless, I'm just gonna be, you know what, Shameless, you part of the problem too. And I got to get back to Davina, because I didn't want to forget Davina. Davina, why you didn't speak up and say something to Liddell when they was getting out of line, when you saw them warnings got through back to back? Then you didn't even say nothing when Liddell, the Councilwoman of the Second Ward, spoke up for you. So how is you not saying you supposed to be independent? I ain't seen nothing you did up on there that's independent from what the mayor and the majority, and you know, his crew want you to do. You never spoke up, so you are at fault at that. Because if Candace came and did them 2 warnings back to back, you should have said, "No, hold up, Candace," or "Hold up, Councilwoman of the 7th Ward." You seeing how they throwing them warnings out like they giving out throwing rice at a wedding. That's how they throwing warnings out. You ain't spoke up and said nothing. You should have said, you could have came out. When Liddell said, "Well, this is what you mean," you should have said, no, you can't speak for me. But the reason you're not going to say that, because you know the man downstairs and that tyrant, as who's the illegal president as the council, you know they're going to try to get you up out of there. Let's don't play no games. We all watched how they did. And she went along with the mayor, Inez Brown. It wasn't the mayor she didn't go along with. So let's be real with that. These people that's in here that's going, that we got these the plantation ninjas. I know y'all didn't want to hear the word ninjas yesterday while I'm using it. I'm trying to be politically correct. But what Maurice was saying was true. A lot of people, you might have didn't like what he was saying. It was truthful on that when he was saying the N-word. It wasn't that he was saying he was wrong, but it's hard working with black folks when you seeing people cut each other over for crumbs. It is. It's hard, and I get it. A lot of people have a lot of stuff to lose.
Hey, Councilwoman Jerry Winfrey Carter, how you doing?
Oh, she in the building?
She in the building.
Oh, see, I love what she said. I got to put that up there. Said she's independently not speaking up and not doing her job as a city clerk. Yeah, facts. That's what I'm saying. I don't want Davina to think she gonna get off of that. And you know what? And when Mays did say that, Mr. LCT, when he said handkerchief head Negroes, that he wasn't lying what you running into down there. Until we as a black community know how to get together, we ain't gonna change nothing. Because you're gonna keep it like the divide. They love that this division that's going on. Till we learn how to come together and quit trying to scheme and voting for, you know what I'm saying? If it's only 5% of us doing good and the other 95%, really we are doing bad.
Right.
I'm just gonna tell y'all that. And the games they playing, you mean to tell me they brought police? This your mayor. To all the people that support that mayor, you mean to tell me y'all brought cops that had questionable complaints at the job to come to the city council?
But you know what? It's so
Allegedly.
funny because and it's posted on Facebook. One of the residents, they can see when it's a council meeting because they don't see no police out on the street. We don't see them anyway. But I'm just saying, they all be down at council. All of them. I've never seen that many police out on the street. In one day, I've never ran into 9 police cars. But we have 9 policemen at city council.
Yeah.
Because we talking too loud. Or we clapping. Or we snapping our fingers or coughing. And they looking at us trying to check us like we kids.
Yeah.
And now they talking to the kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's too shameless. Right about that. Right about that, Shameless.
Why would he do that?
All right. He got to get permission from the mayor.
R.I.P. to Walter Scott of the Whispers died today.
Who?
Walter Scott. I'm thinking. Sherry Allen just put on. People know the Whispers.
That's the one with the mustache. Was
the
that
twin?
Yeah.
Condolences to him.
Yeah, condolences to the Whispers.
Nah, but what you saying is true. But this is the type of stuff we get. We get shameless. He could, but like I say, they try to come in as they cool, come in like a wolf in sheep clothing. Because he told me that, Davina's scared to come down here. He wanted me to come on here and say, yeah, Davina's scared. No, shameless, we not finna play that. Davina was at a meeting, at a conference. Why didn't you say
the
that?
Deputy clerk. Because, like you said, they trying to calm people down and stop them from going to council, which won't be a problem because we all about to take to the streets to make sure Miss Beverly Biggs Levy get in that 3rd ward seat, okay?
Right, and this.
So put the police out there to protect us on the streets. How about that?
Right, and I'm looking at what Michelle Young just said. Mickey, remember, and don't forget, Liddell, y'all ambassador. Let me get that right, y'all ambassador, a fake position, LaShawn Johnson. But Michelle Young at council when she was out there creating all that ruckus in the back. Remember, Davina said approach the clerk for mistakes, but I thought it's now against council rules to approach the attorney or clerk. So are they changing the rules that we can approach?
They let some people approach when they want to.
Yeah.
And some others that they don't like, they stop the meeting. Excuse me, you can't approach the clerk. You can't approach the attorney. Sometimes they call them on each other.
Yes.
And they counsel people. It makes no sense it's like a dictatorship down there. And it's crazy. But that's all right. Change is going to come.
Yeah, they need to, but this is the game that they playing. That's why I'm laughing at the people that's sitting up here supporting the mayor. They can support the mayor. Listen, I get it. The thing is, go get your money. You got your money. But do y'all care about how the people are living here? Your water not right. That's just like what was that? The navigator? What was she? Was the health navigator?
Public health.
Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong. Might be a good person. You know what I'm saying? And it's no disrespect. Like I told her, if you want to come on the show, you can come on the show.
What'd she say? She didn't say, okay, let me know, did she?
I can't remember.
Because they got to check with the mayor. And they know he don't want nobody coming on 810. If they do, they going to show up on that check registry.
Elijah Green, good morning. Thanks for tapping in. Now, I'm just telling you, and it just seemed funny. Like my thing is, if you want to come on here, you can come on and explain it for yourself. I'm not going to get on here and say that water good. I don't give a damn how much tested it is. I seen it for myself when I go to my homeboy crib. That water stink. I tell him. I have to take him to go get water.
Mickey, you don't have to say anything anymore. Candace said it all for us the other day. Don't drink the water without a tap. And I was without a filter.
Yeah.
Don't drink the water out the tap without a filter. I'm so glad that she said that before I did my national interview. Then I quoted the councilwoman. Thank you, Candace.
Again, you did a national interview.
She works at the water lab. She said, I'm not going to tell y'all to do anything that I wouldn't do. Don't drink the water without a filter. You can get them at City Hall.
Y'all see, I have this. All I got is bottled water at the crib. What's up?
Yeah. I got a question. So, why do you think Candace said that? Like, we obviously know she has no problem lying. We've seen her do it dozens of times before. Is it that she doesn't want to be held liable for someone getting sick for what's coming out the tap? I mean, that's just an honest question I have. This is the only time I've heard her tell the truth about much of anything. Don't drink the water without a filter, right?
because that video that is mysteriously disappeared from YouTube that was up by King Mondo. I'm sure somebody done downloaded it by now when they was over there at the water plant drinking the water. At the end of the video, she was the last one turning up that cool glass of water. But see, they could all drink from the water plant because it's good over there at the water plant. It just get
hasn't run
messed
through
up
the
once it
nasty
leaves
pipes.
the water plant, right? You know, like the guy that was interviewing me yesterday, you all will see it. It will be all across the United States soon and probably abroad.
It will.
It sure will. I'll let you know later. But the water is bad when it runs through those pipes. And like I told him, they talking about the service line replacement, but they only replacing the lead service lines. When the water came down the street, it didn't say, oh, that house got a copper pipe. We ain't going in that house. Let's skip and go to the one with the lead pipe. It didn't work like that. It affected all of the houses, all of the pipes, in-home plumbing. Let me be correct. So everybody should be receiving new in-home plumbing. It shouldn't be programs that you have to qualify for. You got 80-year-old people that's getting pensions from GM that don't qualify. All you should have is a driver's license that say Flint, Michigan.
Yeah.
And prove that you was here anytime the crisis.
Facts.
And we still in a water crisis. Because you can't drink your water without a filter.
Do you think Clyde got a bathed in this water? And
Probably got all of them got in-home house filtration systems.
No, I'm saying Clyde stay in Flint.
I don't know where Clyde stays.
I'll go with this one. I'll go with this one better. Do you think Ed got a bathe in that water? We can name. You think we can name some more? And this not me trying to be funny.
Why I'm blurry.
I don't know why. I just
Trevor all pristine and crispy clear, and I'm blurry.
I don't know why you blurry.
I'll work with Nikki on settings after the show.
Fix me, Trevor.
I can't. That's a point of.
I don't know why I got
whatever.
a problem.
It's a setting on that side is from his console. Anyway, but no, Mickey's right. Like we have so many people in Flint that don't have these problems, either in-house filtration or just living outside of Flint. But how much does in-house filtration cost? That's a multiple $1,000 thing. When we have people that can't afford their water bills now, we have people that can't afford their taxes now. We have people that can't even afford to register their car right now. So how are we going to tell these folks, oh, well, you know what? If you're not satisfied with the poison coming out of your tap, go get, in-house filtration.
And it's hard right now. People, everything has went up. People struggling just to buy bottled water.
Miss Tina M. Smith, good morning.
Know, Saginaw did it. Saginaw gave their residents water heaters.
But you dealing with people who we trying to put other people who had a moral compass on people here who don't have a moral compass. You know what I'm saying? We trying to act like these people, like people acting like Liddell. Liddell don't care about nothing. She don't really stay here.
She said it. We didn't. She said it. It's not my fault that I can.
Right.
I have two homes and y'all.
Did y'all see how she came in that day when Wednesday? She had her sunglasses on, was smiling. And when Double J shot his move, she left out disgusted.
We knew that though.
Yeah, but I still don't know. But I do want the people. What was passed? Like, I'm not saying what Double J did right or wrong. Look, I don't know. I don't know. I just know, you know what I'm saying? Things got to be done. But I do know he's trying to put all them amendments back in and get his back up to what it was.
And you know what? If they pass this stuff, it's going to be right back up there.
Yeah.
I said that a couple weeks ago. Like, I'm noticing a pattern here. And shouts out to Marcia Talbot from Cali. She did all the math for us.
Yeah, and that's what I be thinking. Like, I get it. Like some things I might get frustrated when I be like, what Double J doing? But nah, man, some of that stuff some of the stuff y'all passing in that consent agenda, it's to me, it's like it's reckless. And I get when a person say like, okay, I'm gonna vote I ain't gonna vote with this side. I might vote with this side, but Double J, and it's just my appealing to you. They haven't voted really for nothing that you wanted.
Nothing.
And I don't know where you feel like you can be, you know what I'm saying? It's not no knock to you because, brother, I don't know. But when you up here like me, you think I'm gonna go down to the mayor office if I can call some people to say, the mayor, are you getting your house did? Nah, what's up, Sarah P? I'm not finna play that game, man. Y'all are playing games. I'm not going down there to no mayor office. He using y'all for him to for campaigning now. Y'all act like y'all can't see that. The budget is what the budget is. I'll put it like that. I'm not passing this stuff through like you told him. Well, just use your 75. You could have. I would have been like, if we not here voting for a new president, a new vice president, I'm not coming in. See, but to me, y'all played the game with them. Let's handle city business. No, y'all was handling the mayor business. Ain't nothing the mayor sent up there that can help the people. All that money going to nonprofits.
Oh yeah, just Doyle. I gotta I wasn't there, so I couldn't go back and forth, and I haven't had time to watch the meeting to see what was separated and what wasn't. But it's an article that tells us what was and what wasn't. But listen to this.
Go ahead.
Marcia took the time to go through the agenda and everything, and I want to make sure that I at least read this. She said it took me a while to compare and contrast the agenda from Monday's city council meeting with the 6/18, this June 18th agenda and the June 25th agenda. Here are the facts. Most of the resolutions being presented at today's meetings are classified as amendments to the 2024-25 fiscal year budget. As amendments, the administration has found a way to still obtain funding for 25-26 fiscal year budget line items. Number two, the sum total of the amendments to the 2024-25 fiscal year budget is approximately $4,053,357.86. The total for lawsuit settlements is $475,937. The total expenditures that are on the table for tonight's meeting, which was the other day, $4,529,294.86. There are 8 new resolutions, and she named all of those, and in quotations, $175,000 to Diamond Jackson, bringing jobs back to council. No, bringing Job Corps back to council again at $25,000, and then the $225,000 settlement with Chief Barton. She said, I can't make it make sense. I can only tell you about how much the administration is trying to amend fiscal year 24-25's budget to pay out on line items contained in the fiscal year 25-26 budget. The questions are, how many on city council will vote to approve the amendments, and how many will call out the games being played in the residents' faces? So that's what we gotta look for.
But no, I get it. That's what I'm saying. I'm not
Shots out, Marcia.
Facts. I'm not knocking Double J because he put the smack down, but when you passed the consent agenda, you sent a lot of stuff through. Like, how much was that got sent through? I'm not knocking none of his, how Double J, like he said. I just can't see how you can work with the devil. Lenore Seal, good morning. That's why I feel, okay, Elijah Green said that's why committee meetings are important. Jonathan said he will not vote for resolutions that don't go through the process, yet resolutions appeared on the agenda without process, and he voted yes. That's what the point that I'm saying. You can't have it both ways. That's some of the stuff that he do, even the stuff that he did, but we gotta keep it fair. Because we didn't agree with Tanya Burns with that RX Kids, and we spoke on it.
Right.
And we do have to speak on this. I'm gonna read it again. That's why committee meetings are important. Jonathan said he will not vote for resolutions that don't go through the process, yet resolutions appeared on the agenda without process, and he voted yes. That's what we saying. They allow this mayor to just send anything up there with you got 7 hours to vote on something. That ain't how you do that. Mm-mm. And it's been a 4-4 split.
But he keep doing it because they keep passing it. What Jonathan did, I mean, some people say he played chess, not checkers. Y'all know I'm going to say what I want to say. It could have waited until they came back after vacation. He didn't pass nothing that he said he wasn't going to pass it anyway.
Yeah.
So the rest of it just could have waited. As soon as every time he goes and he makes a good point, they trash his ass the next. TV 12 then trashed him. The news then the paper then trashed him.
And she
he
doxed
breaks
him.
quorum. Yeah.
Liddell doxed him, and ain't nothing happened. Ain't nothing was said. Put where the man work at.
Well, he ought to write a complaint too.
But you know that ain't gonna get through there because you know.
Well, you know what? Shameless complaint can't go before Clack's complaint. Didn't Clack have a complaint too about Liddell?
You forgetting about Michelle Young had a complaint years ago.
They told her complaint on old paper. They don't even have that paper no more, that complaint paper. So I guess if your complaint is on the old complaint form, they don't process them.
Real quick, the thing about doxing JJ, number one, since he ran for office, where he lives and all that information is publicly available.
Take your ass off the screen. We don't hear that, Trevor.
I get it. I get it.
No, I'm just playing. Go ahead, Trevor.
Yeah.
And the other part is she took a screenshot from his employer describing him in his position, so it's already public knowledge. While it's sneaky,
don't make it right.
Snaky, slimy, exactly, it is immoral, but I don't think that going off the basis of rules or laws as written, he would have anything to say there. Plus, it's so nebulous at this point, it'd get shot down and waste his time and make him look like a fool to do that. Yeah.
Well, my bad
She
on
still
that.
shouldn't be doing that to her colleagues.
No, she shouldn't be doing that at all. But
because if somebody did it to her, she gets mad. Remember, they were just arguing about they didn't want to put them people when they talk about the jobs because they're gonna put where they work at and all this and that. Liddell just look what she just did.
Listen, this was on Channel 12 News. Flint City Council members approved several items on their agenda Wednesday evening before losing quorum after a vote to separate major resolutions from this. Among the approved programs was in-home plumbing program to remove lead pipes and faucets from inside Flint homes. I'm mad that passed. Only because I read the concerned pastor's settlement from the lawsuit. They had a program. They were supposed to go in here with the same faucet stuff. I guess they're going to use these faucets to get new money.
So using the old rules, how they didn't get it done for the new rules for them to get their money. They watching how they did it last time.
And just like JWC said, what's the qualifications for this stuff? Like that should have been talked about before this was approved. Now it's approved and you got to qualify to even get in-home plumbing. We know it's going to be an FBI program.
Yep.
Friends, brothers, and in-laws.
Heavy on that.
Additionally, a grant from the Charles Stewart Mott Foundation was approved to demolish the vacant Atherton East apartments. Make sure y'all check them before y'all start knocking them down. That's all I'm going to say. However, there were other items were separated from the agenda for further discussion. The meeting ended prematurely when 9th Ward Councilman Jonathan Jarrett walked out, breaking the quorum. You see how they just did him?
And they don't ever say that when Liddell get up. You
notice
that when Judy has to leave, they never put that in there.
This is why I said he should have just went on vacation with his vacation plans like he said, because they dogged him out. He was trying to do good, but they flipped it on him. Mr. Jarrett, now this is the article. Quotations. Mr. Jarrett, we're asking you to please not walk out. So if you could please hear from our guests that are here to speak about the prevailing wage, said Flint City Council President Liddell Lewis. We know that you stated you needed more information, and they're here to give you more information. So it make him look like, he just walked out while she was pleading with him with all her might to stay. The council did not have the opportunity to vote on several resolutions, including $25,000 in emergency funding for the Flint Genesee Job Corps Center, a $99,000 state grant for in-service training for Flint Police was also not approved. I'm here tonight because there are some resolutions that are on the agenda that I believe should be passed, said Jarrett. There are resolutions too I am not in a position tonight to vote on. A $225,000 settlement in a lawsuit between former Flint Fire Chief Ray Barton and the city was also separated out and did not get voted on. Barton claims he was fired for investigating a 2022 fire on Pulaski Avenue that killed 2 young brothers. So that was on TV 12, the same station that the mayor used to work for, the same station that he also was negotiating contracts for with that union. He was a part of the union over there.
That's what
I think they don't owe him. Okay.
Right. That's what but you know what throws me off? But every time Channel 12 and them come there, them same ones that go give them an interview. Why are y'all steady giving interviews to the people who not gonna tell the stories? That's what throw me off with them. Y'all are gonna say put the whole story out, but y'all running to them to get them the story. So why I'm gonna go give you a interview and I gotta tell you at the same time put my story out the correct way. That's what I don't like with them. It's like I said, I'm not knocking nobody on how, like I said, what he did, because I'm saying a lot of them said what he did. He did take some things out, but it's just, I'll never be so hard on him. Yeah, I'll never be so hard, but we got to tell the truth. Otis Johnson, when he said Jared has said there would be a time he was just vote with his convictions, but let's not be so hard on him, fear of losing him.
You know what? If we lose him for talking about him, he was never with us in the first place.
Yeah, because I mean,
we gotta quit tiptoeing around folks because we think they ain't gonna vote with us if we say something about them. If they don't, they don't. At this point, do it really matter?
Yeah, I don't care, because if a person gonna go, they're gonna go. But I ain't gonna sit over here and just.
We don't tiptoe around Tanya.
Yeah,
we don't tiptoe around anybody else, so he gonna catch it just like they do.
Yeah, because you can't keep going back and forth. And if you went down in that basement, I mean, downstairs, to let him convince you to call people in your ward, say you got, and he won't give you the addresses to them houses in your ward, you don't work for the mayor. And that's what they got to quit doing. Quit acting like y'all work for the mayor.
They sat up there and they laughed at him.
Yeah.
He was down there, he wanted to leave, and they told him he couldn't leave, and he had to stay down there in the office and call the people. Come on, man.
Right, but
right, Jerry, everything should go through committee first.
Yeah, but ain't nobody tiptoeing. We got to tell the truth. Y'all want the truth. This is where you going to get it. He should know that if you playing, people going to look at that. If y'all pass that budget, keep that, quit letting that stuff be amended. We not letting it. I'm just saying, if he was going to go, that's what he wanted to do anyway. I don't know how you can sit up there and do business with people that you know not doing right. And then I got some questions when you get, I got some questions because I got some tasks that I need done because I'm like sick of this right now. This back and forth. It ain't no such thing as I'm gonna do some things because conviction. Let's stop this conviction because passing that mayor's budget, putting them amendment, that's not conviction. God ain't tell you to push that through. Now this is what I do. Got to stop with this far as this religion fundamentalist. Let's stop it because they be acting like God said help your brother or sister. This stuff you think bathing in poison water, drinking poison water, and if it is just on the north side, hell, that's still bad.
That's true. I got a couple more things I want to talk about before we bring Dustin back on for his last 3-part segment. Trevor, I sent something to you and Mickey. I don't know who can put it up. But while y'all finding it, I don't care which order y'all go in. I can talk about it. Where's King Rodney? Is he on here?
Yeah, he been
Step
on
to
here.
the lectern. What's up, King Rodney? I hope you are okay. I just seen everything that was going on, and I didn't see it. I seen it last night when I was going to bed. But so a car was going down Saginaw Street yesterday, and whoever was driving fell asleep and tore up like 4 cars in front of Burston and flipped over. I posted that video. Did y'all see it?
I ain't watching.
No. Okay.
It
was a lot of accidents yesterday. Let me see if I can send this to y'all real quick in Messenger, and then we can put it up. It was filmed by Delano Burton. And we need to show that because people, y'all need to be safe out here in these streets this summer. Quit driving so fast, slow down. The building's still gonna be there when y'all get there. Let's just make sure that y'all get there. And if you're tired, get you some rest. You know, your body will tell you when you're tired. It's always a lot of children down there bursting, and I'm just thankful. I didn't hear that anybody got hurt, but looking at that damage, I don't know. So that's the video.
Since you're on talking about people falling asleep, we'll go ahead and throw that one up first.
Okay. So yes, let's see that video real quick.
Y'all be careful out here and get some rest.
Yep, 1 second.
Yeah, get some rest out here.
I'm gonna mute it though.
Okay.
Ho.
What?
All them cars. You don't see when you going down all the cars that got hit.
Well,
No,
she's
not
got a
delay.
little bit of a delay.
Yeah, I'm saying that
Man,
from
that
my
looked rough.
Damn.
Those
You didn't
insurance
see that.
claims are gonna suck.
And look at that. They said he fell asleep.
Damn, he fell
He or
asleep.
she, I don't know. It was a
I
man
just
or
want
woman.
to backtrack for a second. I'm wondering what the hell this city of Flint truck is. That thing. That's not a police car.
I don't know.
That looked like one of them NSO trucks, but I could be wrong. But
Look
I know
like
they
it.
do have black trucks like that.
Flipped. Completely ripped apart. There's that
Okay.
northern Kansas
King
too.
Rodney's, and he said nobody was hurt. Okay.
Okay, well, nobody was hurt.
Thank
Okay,
God.
that's what's up.
Thank God. But yeah, because you can get another car, but
Oh, his car got towed up?
no. I don't
Oh.
know if his car got towed up, but I'm just looking at the cars that's out there that got towed up. You know,
Yeah.
thank God nobody was hurt.
All right, that's the end of the video. We can go ahead and pop that down.
Okay.
And
do
then
you want to do the police next?
yes, let's do that one, and then we'll end with Miss Biggs. Well, I'll end with Miss Biggs. So this next one, I want y'all to just watch this video and see if you can see any similarities or any differences. Let me know.
All right, let's do a share screen on this one.
Okay.
Whew. Jesus.
You must got a bad signal down there, Trevor.
Why?
It's looking like it's
like
playing good
It's
for
playing
me.
good on your end. It's freezing on.
It's for me.
You guys are
Okay.
matrixing in my ear, so.
To give police and fire EMS a different story, noting he told other officers the woman, quote, jumped up and went to charge out the room. He allegedly told fire rescue she slipped. Shannon McCree was arrested after investigators say she'd gotten into a crash and they believed she was driving under the influence. You can hear McCree insulting Cannon and the other officer as they prepare to give her the breathalyzer test. Instead of ignoring or de-escalating the situation, the video appears to show Cannon get physical. McCree suffered a gash to her forehead and required 7 sutures. Following the incident, the Ormond Beach Police Department released a statement apologizing to the woman and said in part, quote, this incident does not represent the way we police our community.
All right, that finished, but at least they, their police department says this doesn't represent us, but Flint, nice and quiet about that.
There you go,
So I
Trevor.
guess that must be Flint's official position.
Right. She was talking reckless. They slammed her to the ground, but the headline said former police officer. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. And it's a good question. I want to know 2 questions. What fund does the lawsuit money come out of? That
they should have an insurance.
Okay. We got. Don't worry about it. We're gonna break that down. What's the next one, Wyntis?
Okay, the last one. Before I move to the side is a Miss Biggs, Miss Beverly Biggs. Cause someone asked, when are we walking, baby? We walking starting today. Let's put the flyer up because I forgot what it said, but let's put it up.
It says join the movement. 3rd Ward strong. Beverly Biggs Levy. Volunteers needed starting 6/27/2025 at 12 p.m. Volunteers are needed. Knock on doors, hand out literature, help mobilize our community. For more information, please reach out to Ms. Shante at 719-464-6407. I love that Colorado Springs number. And yeah.
So there you go. We're going to start today. Mobilizing, knocking on doors, Miss Beverly Biggs. Like I said, we need this small victory. Get her in that 3rd Ward seat. Because is AC still running? Because I ain't been seen or heard from.
Yeah. If you got a flyer
I think they
out.
paid him to just go and be quiet.
Yeah, I seen the flyer.
I ain't seen nothing.
Oh, well,
I don't know if he running. Vote Beverly Biggs.
There's a reason you're called Ray, but okay.
I ain't seen it.
Hold on, let me get this switch. I'm gonna put you on the main one, Trevor. Hold on.
All right. Oh, where to go from there? Jeez. I'm sorry. I'm still hung up on that cop video. Like,
Trevor,
that woman got screwed up. What's up, brother? Oh, he muted again. Anyway, that was bad. Holy hell. It looks like he just lost his cool. But we've seen that with Flint cops. Hell, we saw Mr. Chester being verbal with a cop, and that cop went chasing him down, trying to swing on him, and then eventually slugging Art. We saw that. We've seen cops rip elderly people from their cars in Flint. We've seen cops assault elderly women or just women in Flint. But Chief Green hasn't released any statement saying, hey, this doesn't represent us. Hey, this is not how we do things here. Because as far as I could see, and doing what I do for 810, I had to watch all that footage repeatedly again and again and again to get the edits right. I didn't see any provocation. Well, Shardy, I will say, if she's a Florida woman, she's probably built a little bit tougher than we. What the hell are you doing, Mickey?
we back. You can take it down.
Yeah, she's probably built a little bit different.
It's $5 Friday. Don't forget now, it's $5 Friday. It's $5 Friday. Hit that super chat on $5 Friday. Y'all want the news? We bring the news, but we need that $5. We got over 320 people watching us in the live chat right now. Let's get that $5 Friday popping. All right. I'm turning it over to Dustin.
Good morning, 810 Morning Bump listeners. I brought Mickey, Wyntis, I brought a gift for you today. So I love today. I want to leave people with more questions than I do answers because I love what's happening. I'm watching an awakening. 810 is a big part of causing it because you're asking real questions and you want real answers. So today is a show. It's my final segment, and I called this one's for the haters. Okay. This one's for the haters. And what I did is I brought them a book, and all the haters are like, you ain't got no proof, and you ain't. That's all I've been dropping. But just for the haters today, I brought a little book.
Sister Renee.
This book is called Exhibit Book 7 of 18, RICO Investigation, Operation Silent Justice. And it is full of tabs and interesting things that I want 810. Why don't you just give it a look? We're going to go through some of it today, but I'll explain it to you. If you can see, I have all the laws right here, and I have all the campaign contribution limits by position and where they fall for Genesee County. Okay. These are all facts. These are laws. They're all right here. We went through, this is book 7 of 18. So this is one of the books that we're covering on the investigation and with some very higher up government officials for some lawsuits. But I want you to see that we have campaigns. So like Swanson, we have proof of the Manly money washing. We've got vendors with CT Digital. We've got On the Move, Act Blue, the auto industry. We're going to talk Mega Site. It's all in here. If you look, we have literally looked through every single parcel of the water project, the Mega Site. It's all here, Wyntis, and you're going to see some interesting things. And I'm going to give you a little key today for your listeners. So when I'm not here, you can look through this and go, let's check in some of the donations. What are the churches up to? What are they doing? It's all yours. Trevor, you should have gotten a file today.
I got a nice slideshow. I'm kind of eyeballing it right now.
Okay, well, let's pull that up, and I'm going to walk some people through. So, Flint, one of my theories has been this has all been kind of theater, right? It's really important, but what you're seeing is some of the dramatics and some of the theater effects are to distract you. And I'm going to show you some patterns to look for today. We're going to talk budget and churches and all that stuff. But Wyntis, can you pull that in the middle? Can I kind of see that a little bit?
What you want, my screen?
Yeah, just your screen.
There you go.
Okay, so let's start. I'm going to start everybody very high level, and we're going to start working our way down. Okay. This was pulled as of this morning. So these numbers are as of this morning in the real time. So what you're going to see right now is that all pandemic awards, and this is just Genesee County. Okay. Genesee County received 1.1, it's really $1.2 billion. I want to say with a B, billion dollars. This is a government website from pandemic relief funds. You can see the average award, $59,000. You can see how many awards were given out. And you can see what's interesting here is you're going to start to see embezzlement happen. We covered this before, but it's an important piece of the puzzle. Right there, Mickey and Trevor, you see how Flint won a grant for $47 million, but expensed $94 million against it. Today, these are the receipts. These aren't an Excel spreadsheet with me plugging in numbers. These are screenshots of the government website. So you see that, Trevor?
Yeah.
You ever gotten a paycheck, Trevor, and you've been like, I know I got paid $1,000 this week, but I'm going to spend $5,000.
No, I'm better with my finances than that.
Do it though, right? Like that's the question. Like you got to check. Like how do you spend? They gave you $1,000, but you spent $5,000. How did you expense that?
How would I do it?
Yeah. So when we talk about budgets, is it really the budget? Because where's this money?
I think what I'd end up doing if I wanted to be crooked is I'd turn and I'd pay employees, even if they weren't employees, I'd make them employees so I could put it expense on payroll.
Okay.
Which I can get tax money back at the end of the year.
Good.
Advertising, same thing, tax money back.
Good. Yeah, let's go through it. Keep going forward. But I'm just saying it's weird, right? You get a paycheck for $1,000, but you spend $5,000. Not sure how that works for American people, but okay. Let's roll forward.
All right. Second
page. So 1.2 billion, that's the important number to pay attention to. So what you're going to start to see is a little bit of a pattern. And so as you can see, there's money obligated, so awarded. This is where the theater starts. Mickey, pay attention. Just in these grants, I picked 4 of them. What was our budget deficit, Wyntis? Do you remember? No. Mickey, you remember?
It was different ones. One was
City of Flint.
It was $4 million. Well, this one they passed was supposed to be $4 million. It was
okay.
It was 13 when it came out. 13.
But we had an initial one. There's a gap of 5, right?
Right. 4.
4. Okay. So let's just do this. I based it off of 4. So I went through the grants today, as of this morning, and I found 5 grants. So these are all City of Flint grants, right? And these are just examples. They were awarded $9.348 million. But they only spent 4.158 as of this morning, which remains 5.190873. Holy shit, I just solved the budget. Just go get that money. It's like a family arguing about we don't have money. We need the people to approve more money. No, just use the money that's already in the account. People, listen to me. You're fighting over $5 million and it's right there. It's in the account. Where's it at? Mickey, what's going on?
That's what I'm asking you. I'm sitting here watching because I'm trying to figure out. That's like, so they gave them, they was awarded 9. They only spent 4 and they got 5 left.
Yeah. What do you think that $5 million's doing in those accounts?
Collecting interest.
Collecting interest. Why are we fighting over $5 million, Mickey? It's right there, man.
Well, answer this question. I mean, it is. What's up with this $225,000? Where is that money coming from?
Okay, so we'll get there. We'll get to where all this money is coming from. But we agree that there's no budget problem. We agree with that? They're moving budgets left and right, ARPA funds, putting it in housing, we've just found $5 million. Now, what's crazy is if you go through these grants, Flint Police, they got a grant out there, I think, for $50,000 for their officers. I believe it's for training. You know how much they've spent against it?
How much?
0. Why?
You tell me.
So they're sitting on it.
If
they pretend to be broke, then they can get more money.
And they got to. This is earmarked, Trevor, for the vendors. They want to embezzle this money. Keep going. I'm going to show you how it works.
Okay, Triple P loan summary.
Now, part of this, you had grants and loans that came into Genesee County, $1.2 billion. Some of these are loans.
Mhm.
Now, what's interesting is Genesee County had like 99% of their loans forgiven.
Mm.
So people that you know and businesses that you know, and this is important, the devil's in the details. $764 million of that came in the form of loans, of which 736 were forgiven. Was the American normal citizen in Flint allowed to get some money, take a loan, make themselves, survive through the pandemic and then get it forgiven?
No, but
No? So let's
I
look
think
at
the counter argument, just for argument's sake, could be the stimulus checks that came to regular folk, which I
but
believe totaled about $6K between all three checks.
let's look at some of those people though. So let's look at the graphs off on the side. You've got El Sera as the number one PPP loan. Deutsche Enterprises.
I'm still here upset about Buffalo Wild Wings.
Leo's Coney Island. Lasco Ford. These are names that everybody knows, right? But if you go down, if you keep going, Trevor, go to the next slide. You want to start getting into like the $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 PPP loans.
I need Mickey's brain for a second. Mickey, remember 2022? We were sitting there and there was the bid rigging that Quincy had mentioned. What auto company was that? That wasn't Alcera, was it?
Was that Alcera? I can't remember. Was it Alcera Chevrolet? I can't remember.
I know it wasn't where my father-in-law works, and I know it wasn't the one next to the Walmart. So I just wanted to pop that up, maybe them. All right, so next one, here you are.
Okay.
Oh, go ahead.
So let's go through some of the details. Now, this is on a government website. You guys are going to want to look at this. Quality Temporary Services received one of the largest PPP loans at $10 million. And I found it really interesting that they're all attached to wastewater management. Goyat, Fessler, Miller Apple, El Sera, D. Kramer. But then you start seeing churches. Wyntis, Lutheran Homes of Michigan. So now you got churches opening up Lutheran Homes of Michigan. Remember, we had kind of the real estate scandal, right?
What church?
Lutheran Homes of Michigan.
What church opened that up?
I don't know, but it's Lutheran.
You know how many Lutheran churches we got here?
I know, but we find it funny, right? And they're in the top 10 of the PPP loans. So keep going, Trevor.
All right. Still Triple P. We got the Carswell Group, Niles Industrial Coatings LLC, Marizno Dewatering Inc. Oh man.
What's one that you see at the very bottom that's important?
Row.
That's
now you're going to start to see some interesting. You're going to see names that you start popping up, because remember, in a financial ecosystem, you have to remember what is quid pro quo. Quid pro quo means this for that, tit for tat. I'm going to do this, you're going to do that. Part of this is that the PPP loans were part of the corruption machine. Because these PPP loans, they caught in the audits that somehow these companies all applied directly right under the threshold for forgiveness. That happened at 3 years later. It's like someone knew the future. Keep going, Trevor.
All right. Now it looks like you got two of them highlighted. So we got Newton Services Foundation twice. Well, one Newton Services Foundation, one Newton Services Foundation Incorporated.
What starts to happen is people, when you look through this book, Wyntis, Mickey, Trevor, when you look through this book, you're going to start seeing patterns. I keep talking about seeing the patterns. So Newton Services, you're going to see a lot of businesses, new businesses pop up during the pandemic. A lot of them being service-oriented companies, right? Vendors. So Newton Services, and you look at the loan amounts, they're very similar. Right. So this is what, $5 million of a loan. Look at the forgiveness amount.
Amount forgiven, almost total. Wait, amount forgiven, that has to be accounting for interest then, because it's higher than what they got.
That's correct.
So Pastor Matthew Hogue Smith said Lutheran Homes Ministries is an organization that provides various services, including senior living and disability services.
There you go. We're going to get there. You're exactly right, Matthew. So keep going. You're going to start seeing patterns. And I want people to look at the patterns. Remember, my goal today is to leave you with questions, not answers.
Well, shit, we already got them.
Now, you're going to start seeing people open up groups of loans, right? You've got Newton Services Foundation, Newton Excavated, Newton Racing, Newton Excavating. And it's really interesting because it's either tied to water, excavating, road work, or temporary staffing services. All of a sudden, during COVID, a lot of local businessmen became temporary staffing savants. Just an observation. So keep going, Trevor. Okay. I hope I have everybody miffed right now, like what the hell's going on. But that's what, $6 million of loans right there?
No,
who got a
$6
million? Wyntis, did you get a $6 million loan that got forgiven? Get that $6 million? No? Mickey, 810, get a $6 million?
Dustin, we can't even get $5.
You want $5 million? Shit, those are all over the place.
No, we can't even get 5,000.
Oh, 5,000.
We can't even get $5.
Oh, $5. Okay, yeah.
Where the past is at? That's what they talk about.
That's
okay,
what they want to know.
So keep going. You're gonna find churches. So skip forward.
First Presbyterian USA, Church and Sons. Ooh.
You have to look at all the revenue streams inside of the COVID relief funds. Okay, and churches got it through two major revenue streams. The first is administrating services and charging through Medicaid for vaccines. And the other is PPP loans and stimulus packages. So when you start looking at this, I'm just going to read some of them off. First Presbyterian Church of Flint, Church and Sons Incorporated, Flint Central Church of the Nazarene, Baptist Church, Michigan Church and Supply Company, Church and Sons Auto Repair. So if you go in there, you can start looking at all the churches to understand the sums of money that they got to stay open. Now, the question that I want you to think is, what did COVID do to these businesses? I mean, churches for the while, we couldn't congregate inside a church. I definitely understand that. And I don't know the cost it took to run these churches, but if you keep going, Trevor, I've listed out the churches, but I want people to do the homework because it's out there. These are all public funds. But I want to keep explaining because it's more important to explain the system of how it works, because now you guys are going to be able to do the research. Keep going, Trevor.
Yeah. All right. God, there's a lot of churches here. All right. And now we're at some pretty colors.
Okay, let me see. It takes a second for it to catch up.
The money machine books.
Let's see. Yeah. All right. So now I'm going to start to show you guys this book. Here's how you have to. And I'm going to give you the path to follow to do your own investigation, because the crimes are so bad in Genesee County. If people just come out and give you the answers, I don't think people believe them. People don't do anything, Mickey. You got to show people the actual receipt. So this is how we divided these books. This is one book of 18. And thank you to Miss T for putting this together. This is not all of it, but I want to show you the depth. So keep going. This is the structure of it. This is campaigns. Okay. This is expenses.
Yeah, but I'm saying, a lot of this, we didn't seen some of this, but we trying to figure out, Dustin, like, how can we put it together?
Yep, I'm going to put it together right now.
Yeah, we get that because we like, what about the concerned pastors with the $100 million?
Yep.
What about the not? You know what I'm saying?
But like, you have to find out where the money's going, and this is what I'm going to show you, Mickey. Okay. Because it's a structure to get it there. The churches are the same, the vendors are the same. It's just a structure to launder the money, and the churches are all the same. So keep going. This is just the books. I want to show people what I dropped off to 810. Keep going.
Oh, I went double there. Here we are. Act Blue.
Okay. So one of the things that we caught was you have to look for these patterns. So Act Blue. This is really important because it's going to apply to the Flint City Council. This is where churches start to find the same pattern. There's this guy named Ryan Ishu. What you're looking at right there is all of a sudden in the prior election, Act Blue was never very prominent. Then all of a sudden, Act Blue is an organization. If you remember, they're actually getting investigated right now for terrorism. There was some stuff that came out last year. They're investigating them. But Ryan Ishu, you're going to start to see these donations, and they drop on certain dates. So you're going to see the drop date. And then Ryan Ishu will make like 30 donations per day for like 3 days in a row. It only goes to certain candidates. I use Ryan Ishu because I believe Ryan is a local guy. I don't know why this is happening, but this same thing happens with all the out-of-state donations. They hit on certain days and they come in very small amounts with high frequency. So either Ryan Ishu is sitting on a computer donating $5 a time every minute to, let's look through the candidates. So that candidate right there is, I believe, Avery, correct? Can someone read that for me?
Is it anything to do with, because we trying to get to the Flint, Dustin?
This is Flint. So
Okay,
you're going to
yeah.
notice the Flint City Council people. You're going to notice all of a sudden Act Blue and these donations start hitting Neely and Layton, Swanson, and they start hitting, there's one in there, Brown. They start hitting some of the Flint City Council members. When you start to see this pattern, it's concerning because this is one of the flags they look for in embezzlement. You're going to start to see, they're going to highlight candidates I think they've bought.
Ain't that's a real estate guy?
I don't know. Who's Ryan Ishu?
They saying Davidson Remax Realtor.
But
That's
look at
a real estate guy.
Look at the candidates now. This is a flag, you guys. I think this is a flag. It's called an indicator. It's going to tell you if you mirror this up against the Flint City Council members, you're going to see an interesting pattern. That's all I'm going to say. If you move forward, let me show you why this is important, because you're right. He is a real estate guy.
He the owner.
Yes. Now let me show you what happens. Go forward. Here's the pattern.
Through the flow chart?
Yep.
Gotcha. Because I know you're dealing with a little bit of a lag. So
they're called PACs, right? These are big organizations that donate to a company or to a campaign. I'm sorry. So each one of these, so Ryan Ishu, we start to see electronic distributions to small $5, $5, $5, $5. Keep in mind, it's not just Ryan Ishu. These are hundreds of out-of-state donors. Just I'm showing you Ryan Ishu because he's a local guy. They donate to Layton, Swanson, Brown, Dominique Clemens, right? Avery, Wehel, I think. So you start looking at the Flint City Council, they're taking the campaigns. Ryan Ishu is donating to their campaigns. Then these campaigns turn around and expense large expenses to the realtors PAC that Ryan owns. Then they expense $8,750, right, to this PAC. Then Ryan turns around and actually donates it again to Jeff Clothier. Jeff Clothier then turns it around and brings it back and donates it back into the campaigns. So do you see how this works? The money ends up in the campaigns. It's just wash. It's washed now.
yeah, it's gone through so many accounts that you can't tell which
Now,
dollar actually came from where.
Pastors follow the same pattern. Churches donate to the campaigns. Campaigns donate to a PAC or a religious foundation. They expense it out to someone else and then return it to the campaigns. Tracking with me, Mickey?
I'm watching and I'm looking at it.
Okay, keep going.
Yeah, okay.
Now, this is campaign fraud.
Okay, I got. Okay, I mean,
they're funding each other's campaigns by using taxpayer dollars. That's what they're doing. So keep going. Now, I want to show you, I'm going to walk this whole thing through. This is the reward system. Okay. This happens with judges and pastors as well. This is going to get important. And I'm going to go into some of the details. Barb Dawes has recently been a common player. So you're going to see common players, right? The Flint City Council are common players. You're going to see them commonly on LLCs. You're going to see them commonly owning businesses. This is where the story all comes together. And this is how you reward somebody for child trafficking. It's how you hook them into child trafficking. Okay. So Barbara Dawes is a GAL out of the 7th Circuit Court. She's an attorney as well. She is notoriously known for separating families and trafficking children. One of the girls that was recently sexually abused was at the hands of Barb Dawes and Julie Griffiths. Allegedly. Allegedly. Okay. Allegedly. But let me walk you through why this is so weird. So how Barbara A. Dawes, right? So it's Barbara A. Dawes. She's on one attorney's site as Barbara A. Dawes. If you look at the next thing, we confirm that there is a Barbara A. Dawes and that she is married to Gregory Dawes on the next thing because they're on that directory right there. So Barbara A. Dawes, and it gives her address and it gives Greg's address. Now they live in a little place. If you can scroll back, they live up in Shipman Road in Corunna. Her husband she owns a law firm, Barbara A. Dawes. Her husband owns an excavating firm that does a bunch of business with Jeff Wright, Greg Dawes. Are we tracking? You guys track? This is Barbara A. Dawes.
Mm-hmm.
Now scroll forward.
Okay, now we got a C. Dawes.
Now you have a Barbara C. Dawes. But it's the same person. And she's donating money to David Layton. So and she puts her address on there. It's the same person, right? She is the director, secretary, and treasurer of Henneke Frame and Dawes. Typically, these people do most of the child work in Flint. Like they do a large portion of it. They get a lot of it referred. Keep going. So we had Barbara A and now Barbara C. Dawes.
Now we got what looks to be your husband, Senior Greg.
Now Greg Dawes. If you look, he donates a lot of money and owns a company called Glazier Dawes, and he donates it to Jeff Wright. Okay, big. Now, if you look, the Dawes clan, if you zoom out on the properties that they own, the Dawes is like all own all these businesses and all this property, all in this one little area. I think if you keep going.
Wong. This entire chunklet here, right on Shipman Road.
Yep. Yeah, perfect. Now, I want you to pay really close attention, Trevor. The picture off to the left is zoomed in. That's Barb and Greg Dawes. You can see that they own it. Barbara A. Dawes. Now, remember, there's a Barbara C. Dawes as well. You start to notice all the Dawes own a bunch of property in one area. Okay? In the second picture, chat, I want you to pay attention to this. What do you see zoomed out just a little bit? It's like to the 3 o'clock center of that picture. What are those? Look at the third picture. Zoom in on that for the chat, please, Trevor.
I can't, unfortunately.
Can't do
not in this. Yeah, not in this layout.
Who knows what they are? David Bergeron.
My best guess would be
they are solar panels.
Yeah.
This was the prior mega site. What happens is, if you search the property transactions around the prior mega site, you're going to see how they play quid pro quo. This is no different than the water line. We found Ryan LaFontaine and Chris Swanson and Phil Hagerman buying all the profits in this book. This is how it all works. So the Dawes, if you keep going, also took a bunch of PP loans that were forgiven.
That's our last page, by the way.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So now if you look, the pastors, all the pastors up in this as well, evidence point, check the LLCs. Where is the money coming from? Okay. Now, where's the money from the loss coming from is also the better question. If you remember, Dana Nessel, so I had served the Plant Moran and I served the city of Flint. I wanted transparency into the accounting numbers for the legal fees of the Flint water crisis. I also wanted the audits, and I was denied. But did you notice that Dana Nessel came out a few days later and put out a press release that said the accounting will be made available early to late summer to early fall, 8 weeks. They're not showing you where the money is coming from. And if you look, there's a lot of audits that are missing financially. They didn't submit audits. The MEDC didn't submit them. I have them in this book. That's why. They didn't think that we were going to catch on to the numbers. So the churches that I've given to you guys in this presentation, maybe 810 will put up on the website. Take a look at those churches. Ask yourself, what LLCs do they own? Who owns the property of the church? Then I want you to take a look at the transactions to get to the church to own it. What land do they own? Just because of this evidence, KC, yes, I spoke to John L. this week at the rally. I received some interesting phone calls as well. I received a phone call from some of the people that we are investigating that wanted to speak directly. I won't say who it is, but I'm going to pause because I did this quick. I didn't have a ton of time, but I want to show you this is the system. So Don from the mega site. The reason that we pulled every single parcel around the mega site is because you have to think about all the things of value, right, Trevor? So Swanson owns the commissary. If they run allegedly, if they run drugs in through Ignite, they have control of the cash system. Here, the Dawes live on a drain, a known drain by the Genesee County Drain Commissioner. Then it's right in front of the solar plant. It's the next land that's going to expand. Pull the transactions. Look at the deeds. You're seeing corruption. You're seeing the largest American bank heist in U.S. history.
Honestly, the best thing I can equate this to would be like insider trading. You know what the mega site in this case is going to buy. You know what they're going to want and what they're going to need. So you go buy it ahead of them and you just try to flip it for a come up. Just like insider trading with taxes. Hey, I know this company's about to go tits up. How about I sell my stock before it drains and all value from it, or vice versa. I know this company's about to get picked up and be publicly tradable. So let me go get some stocks from it before it's public trade. And then as soon as it's public trade, its value skyrockets. And now you can sell for a lot higher than what you bought it for.
But the question is, Wyntis just asked a question. What did pastors do though? So the thing is that sometimes, guys, the crime is so bad, just to come out and say what they did would make you look like a lunatic because it's so unbelievable. Your brain has conditioned yourself to trust them so much. It's a trusted estate in your mind. So I'm not going to answer what the pastors did. I'm going to give you guys the piece of the puzzles and let you figure it out because it's all there. Just follow the money. Start with the article launched in December 21st, I believe, by Dana Nessel. And that is, she launched an investigation into the Diocese of Lansing. Start there. Chris Swanson is an auctioneer that does a bunch of work with Catholic charities. But yet he openly speaks out, and it's been published that he is against the LGBTQ plus community. He doesn't like them. He's passed them over discriminatorily for raises. But yet he auctions for those.
I get that. But the people want to see when you telling that though, Dustin. I get what you're saying, how you dropping the jewels, you dropping what you dropping, but they want to see how is this connecting, far as the Flint, the stuff going on. We get what you saying. I mean, they in here, but they trying to see the connected, like a lot of them, you saying, you putting stuff out there. I get that you putting, but they trying to see how did that correlate? Because when you said you was going to put this out on the pastors, we know that.
Hey guys, did they freeze or is it me? Let's see. Oh, looks like they froze. All right.
You just stopped it. Yeah,
Okay. So
but we ain't got to go through that.
Yeah, no.
But we got 5 minutes left. I'm saying we ain't got to go through it. But I'm just saying that's what they want to see with the proof. Like what you saying this, because a lot of these people we know that you coming with some strong allegations with.
Okay, but let's look at the facts real quick.
Okay.
Here's the thing, guys. It's not that hard. Occam's razor says that the most simple explanation is typically the most accurate.
Yeah.
So here's the question. I asked I asked someone directly if they were a deputized sheriff as a prior felon. I asked them that.
Right.
So that's the first question.
Mm-hmm.
There's no allegations with Percy. It goes like this. There are no allegations when I don't know emotion. Gotcha. It says, okay, Percy Glover is an ambassador for the Genesee County Sheriff's Department. He is an ex-felon. There's some questions about his record because it looks like something got expunged. I don't know. I have some questions. Maybe I'll speak to Percy. Then he's a deputized sheriff's department. It said it in a public article. You can't be a deputized felon or a deputized sheriff and a felon, and then they didn't submit in the audits explaining that they have felons on the payroll to get grants. These aren't allegations. This is just proof of fact. So it's like, how much more do you prove, Mickey?
Oh, no, you give them. I mean, people.
My next question. Once again, just being a devil's advocate for sake of conversation. You said it was published that he was a deputy. He had been deputized. Could the publisher be wrong? We see that all the time in Flint, especially like smaller, say news stations or newspapers, where they will put something out, then have to retract.
When I asked him directly, he responded with, "I am a salaried employee of the Genesee County Sheriff's Department." Why wouldn't you just respond with no?
Right? And to answer Jon Snow real quick, nothing is wrong with ex-felons at all, buddy.
Not at all.
This is more of, it is actual law that
It's
you
law.
cannot put people who have been convicted of a felony in certain positions. That's just straight law.
That's
not our bias or any bias.
And we have to report it. And we have to report it, right, Trevor? So when you get audited, you have to say the Ignite program's great, but we do have felons carrying weapons. You have to. Why not disclose it? Great question.
True enough.
And I love reform.
Plus, in other cases, it is an issue of public trust. Whereas
That's exactly
the
right.
United States Congress has said that in considerations of public trust, people who have broken public trust in such an erroneous way, being a felon or committing a felony, disqualifies you from certain positions of public trust. That is, they're saying not us. 100% they're like, it just is what it is. And if they're breaking the law, though, then they're breaking the law.
But the other thing is that people need, this is to end it. I know we're coming up on time.
Yeah.
People want things spoon-fed to them. But the problem is that when you don't do any of the work, you don't believe any of the information. This has all been out there before. Like, look at 1964, and then you look at the emergency manager, and you look at the KWA, and it's like, at some point, Mickey, how much do you have to show? And people are like, well, still believe, let me see this, and you're like, hey guys, there's a stack of crimes that are just right here. Like, look at the KWA, look at the campaign embezzlement, look at the witness protection program, look at people ratting on each other, look at how this went down, look at the people buying homes from the land bank, look at the weaponization of police. Flint, how much more evidence do you need? That's the question. Who's going to take action? It's kind of like you guys keep asking for more evidence, but nobody's doing anything. Why? Why would you do more work? Nobody's taking a forward stance of progress.
I mean, listen, that's why we opened the flow up for, you can get this out here. I agree. They got to do their homework now. You got to do your homework, But I still, whatever what you put out, like when you putting it out, believe me, we're gonna be watching your what's in that.
Love that. Thank you.
So we'll be, come, we'll be able to, but we will report on anything that you putting out there. You know what I'm saying? Because we need that.
I want to show this. You guys are gonna see. You guys are gonna see this.
There you go.
You guys are going to see, and you're going to watch this, because those words on those books are pretty serious. That seal on the bottom is important. That's where this is going. That's how big of crimes these are.
And that's why we need it. Because like I say, this thing with this water stuff here, we still got to get it done, and we fighting like hell.
So I want to tell everybody that thank you. I love all of you. Thank you for allowing me to do this. I know I left you with more questions than answers, but that's by design. It's right there in front of us. Now let's take the next steps into progress. Who's going to step up? Which elected official? Which county commissioner? Which sheriff? Hey, Oakland County Sheriff, you can step in. Ingham, come arrest your boy. I know you guys don't like him. Who is going to make some arrests? That's it.
Yeah, nobody. And you did say so. I'm telling you, it was wonderful. We did this. We got through it. We did the 3 parts you put out there, because you did say we got it out there. And y'all stay tuned. Go watch this page if y'all want to go see anything, and we will report. We're going to report what it is. So peace, family.
Oh, one last thing, Mick, before you hit that button.
What's up?
Let's just put this back up. Remind everyone. Volunteers needed with Ms. Beverly Biggs today, starting at noon p.m. For more information, let me go ahead and drop the banner for just a second. Please call Ms. Shante at 719-464-6407. And let's get Ms. Biggs into that seat. So that's my piece there.
Yeah, y'all tap in that Friday for Just a Thought. It'll be on today. Just a Thought. Peace, family.
We did not gather here to ask politely. We are here to declare with one voice that injustice has met its match with the people of Flint. This moment is not about one man. It's about every citizen. Black, white, Latino, Asian, Native American, and beyond, who has been ignored, mistreated, and silenced by the very systems that is meant to protect them. It's about every family who has buried their pain in silence. It's about every child growing up in a city where power speaks louder than truth. We are done waiting.